My Braille typewriter needs a cute outfit, so let's make one together. I bought a pattern on Etsy from Sylvan Singer Studios. They sell the Perkins Brailler desk cover pattern as an instant download. I don't know about you, but personally sewing super intimidates me. So I told myself, give the pattern a try, and if I get stuck, I'll buy a pre-made one from Sylvan. So you're going to need a 30 by 18 inch cotton or cotton blend piece of fabric. To speed things up, I'm going to use iron-on fuse tape and do a little bit of hand stitching, and I also bought some blue pom-pom trim. So you'll need to print off the directions and the pattern, and I highlighted the steps as I completed them. The first thing I did is I draped the paper pattern over the Perkins to give myself a visual of what all I was going to be doing. So I cut out 2 side pieces, 1 large rectangle, and that will cover most of the Perkins, and then a small rectangle, and we're going to use that to reinforce the slit that the handle is going to fit through. So after cutting out the large rectangle with the slit for the handle, I draped over the Perkins to confirm that I cut out my fabric the correct orientation. I was a little confused about which way to cut the fabric, even though the pattern lists the top and the bottom, and that's because the words on the paper pattern are upside down compared to what I needed for my fabric. So just take your time, make sure you know which way to cut. And then as a beginner, I was a little confused about what all we were doing with the handle slit. Trust the process, follow the directions, they'll walk you through it, even if you don't understand where we're going with it. You're basically making a finished rectangle on the top for the handle to fit through. The edges will be nice and clean and reinforced. And I used fuse tape for most of that, which really sped things up. But as I mentioned before, I am a slow seamstress. This took me 4.5 hours to sew, and my kitty cat's in the picture. He's a little frowny face, and by this point I was getting a little tired and frustrated with my slow progress, but for me it was absolutely worth it. I really like Sylvan's suggestion of adding something tactile to the fabric, like a trim or a patch. That way it can be recognized by touch. And I slightly modified the pattern. I didn't put the trim on the back edge of the cover, so that way I could easily figure out which way faced forward. I feel like the added bonus of making this is that now I'm always thinking about my Perkins. It is just so cute. So if you haven't made a cover or bought one yet for your Perkins, I highly recommend you check it out. Thanks for watching. Bye.